Hi everyone, it's Ailin here, back again with another Iridology video. So today I wanted to discuss this particular case because I actually just got off of a consultation call with them, and so I know a lot of people are struggling with this issue, especially people that are older, and that's the issue of high blood pressure. So today I wanted to discuss this case, go into what I saw in their eyes through their iridology reading, and kind of shed some light on, all these pieces that we see in the iris and what was contributing to their health issues. I'll also let you guys know what their protocol will look like in how we're going to go about reversing this person's health issues, because they had a lot of stuff going on, but their main issue was that they are having like swinging blood pressure pretty much at home or when they're at rest. Their blood pressure is normal, within normal ranges, around 120/60. But every time they go outside, or every time they start to, like midday, start to have a lot more activity, a lot more responsibilities, a lot more physical stress or emotional stress on their body, then their blood pressure will go really, really high, like 150, 160, even up to 200 at times. And so this person is currently taking blood pressure medications, and recently their doctor switched it up on them because their blood pressure got higher. But yeah, we're gonna go into all of their health issues and how we're gonna go about reversing them. And I'll also point out the weaknesses that we saw in their eyes. But pretty much what this person needs to do is dig deeper into their detox. They come from a past of eating pretty much all different types of foods, although they're trying to eat healthier, like they're trying to include like more vegetables into their diet, more raw foods into their diet, but at the same time, they're kind of like eating or cheating a little bit here and there with maybe like some fish or some cheese or some bread and stuff like that. So pretty much when people come to me, I look at what their diet looks like currently and what little changes we can make to move them towards the right direction and deepening their detoxification experience. In my experience, people with high blood pressure, they will do very well from removing all types of protein foods from their diet, because oftentimes, since proteins are very dense foods, they're very damaging to the kidneys and actually breed more inflammation in the body, creating more pressure, even digestive pressure, lymphatic pressure. All these different types of pressures can affect the body in general as a whole. So so that's pretty much what we discussed in my call with them. And so I'll be taking you guys through more of their concerns. Another one of their concern was cholesterol. Their cholesterol levels were elevated. Since they've been cleaning up their diet a little bit more, they're having less of a cholesterol issue, but it's still very apparent, and we can really see it in the eyes too. Cholesterol plaquing shows up in the iris as like this milky white hue around the iris. So even if your blood cholesterol levels are normal, in your blood work, we can still see if cholesterol plaquing is an issue in your vascular system just by looking at your eyes. And the eyes through iridology give us so much insight, like so many different signs. Iridology can tell us what weaknesses you have in your organs and glands and systems, and how bad those weaknesses are. It can point to areas that have tissue decay. It can point to areas that are genetic weaknesses. It points to areas of like tissue integrity, like how healthy is your tissue right now. It can tell us like how strong your constitution is. This will kind of give us a sense of how easily you'll be able to detox, or how difficult your journey can be when you're detoxing yourself. It shows us the health of the colon. It shows us chemical or drug deposits in the eyes. It shows us your absorption ability, how you're able to absorb the nutrition from your foods. It shows us areas of lymphatic stagnation, areas that can, possibly harbor and hold onto things like tumors or cysts or things like that. But the one thing that the iris doesn't do is diagnosis. The iris does not diagnose or label you with a disease. It only points to areas where the body is struggling in. And of course, you know, if you're getting an accurate iris reading, we'll be able to see what areas are weak, and your symptoms will definitely match up with it most of the time. But sometimes, you know, people can have an area that it's extremely weak in the iris and it hasn't shown up as a symptom physically in your everyday to-day life yet. But it will, you know, once that tissue weakness has gotten to a certain point, it will make itself apparent to you. So iridology is really good for building a diet and herbal protocol that will help you thoroughly detox your body. But at the same time, it's also a really great preventative tool. So it can show us areas that may become an issue for you in the future if you don't act on it now, if you don't work on cleansing and detoxing your body with the raw foods, with the herbs, with detoxification tools to, you know, open up all your channels of elimination, to inspire kidney filtration, removal of mucus and old hardened stools in the colon, removal of all these different types of things, right? And iridology is especially good for, and this is like my favorite tool that I use iridology for, is it points to us what areas of the body within the glandular system, within the endocrine system, that are very weak and genetically weak. And oftentimes this is the very missing key that so many people are missing when you know, detoxing, or when they're trying to eat healthier, or when they're trying to heal from their disease, is a lot of times gland weaknesses hold us back from opening up our channels of elimination to fully heal from disease, or opening up, you know, kidney filtration and things like that. And even stress can play a factor, as we've seen in this case. It seems like stress, nervous tension, anxiety is showing this particular person, you know, their health issues physically manifesting in their body with the elevated blood pressure anytime they're experiencing stress. And they even have a past of having anxiety and panic attacks, anxiety attacks to begin with, and very worrying thoughts, you know, constantly worrying in their head. And so this is how we're going to help them heal, to even not only like get off of their medications eventually, you know, they can titrate off working with their doctor. Luckily, this person has an open-minded medical doctor that they can work with, like, you know, okay, you know, you can give me a lower dosage this time, or things like that. But I told this person, take an active approach in healing your health issues. No one else is going to do it for you. No one else cares. No one else is experiencing your symptoms like you are. So it's your responsibility, and it's your time to take your power back in order to heal your health issues, you know? Because even though the people around you may be well-intentioned and love you so much, at the end of the day, they're not experiencing your symptoms in your body. So they can try to understand, but they'll never fully understand. And that's okay. You know, everyone is on their own journey, but your responsibility is for yourself alone. And then once you're fully healed, you're able to take on a little more. You're able to take care of your family, and you're able to be there for your friends. And essentially you'll have a better quality of life. So that's kind of like what this is all about. Detox is all about getting a better quality of life for yourself, coming out of fear, coming out of pain, coming out of suffering, coming out of confusion. Having tried so many different things in the past, you know, you're going to leave all that behind in the past. And with detox, you're going to come into more clarity, finally, because right there in your eyes, you can see all of the signs of weakness, and you'll know what to do. So iridology, coupled with detoxification, coupled with herbs, coupled with fasting, coupled with, you know, the right diet, with the raw foods and astringent fruits in particular, that's going to be the most empowering route to take. And trust me when I say, we get clients from all walks of life, and none of them ever experience the amount of healing in their whole life than when they take on the detox path, because this is the highest level of healing, the pinnacle of healing. All other diets, where all other diets and healing modalities fall short, detox covers it all. From healing the simplest of ailments to the most chronic and degenerative illnesses. So, yeah. So I'm here to tell you guys, like, I don't really use the word like disease. It's really in quotation marks disease, because diseases are just man-made constructs. Symptomology is very real. So if I tell you guys you can heal up your symptoms, that is 100% true. But if I say you can heal a disease, that word belongs to the medical system. So I am in no way, shape, or form attached to that. But, you know, if you guys tell me, okay, I was diagnosed with this, okay, let's put you on eating raw foods and see how we can help you out of these health issues. And the more that you can detach from, oh, I have this, right? Like, let's say, oh, I have fibromyalgia. The more you can detach from that identity, the easier and faster you will be able to come out of that pain and suffering, right? So that's what it's all about. So I'm pretty much going to get started now and take you guys more through their symptoms that they were experiencing, and also how their symptoms, their signs in their eyes relate to their symptoms. So the first thing that we see in this iris essentially is, you know, you see a lot of orange, right? The orange right around here, this is where their colon is. This is the shape of their colon in their iris. And in a perfectly healthy iris, your colon would be perfectly circular, or as circular as possible. But we see a lot of spasticity in this colon, kind of going up and down, especially right here in the descending colon. There's a stricture, and then this is the transverse colon. It's prolapsing, sagging down, putting pressure on the lower half of their body. And we see a lot of dark lesions too in the colon. This person told me that they have diverticulitis, colitis, a lot of inflammation and itises in their GI tract. So of course you can see that in their eyes. And they have to move quick to be able to heal these stomach lesions that you see here. This is something that a lot of people don't know, is that the seat of the stomach is the seat of the autonomic nervous system, the fight or flight response in your body. So that's like the main nervous system seat, like where the nerve ganglias are, is right there in your stomach. So if you experience enough deterioration in your stomach and your stomach lining, then your nervous system in your stomach will start to go haywire, and you can experience so much symptomology from, you know, like head pressures, headaches up here in the head region, or, you know, problems with your vision, problems with your hearing, nausea, dizziness, all these different types of things. And you can also experience a lot of anxiety as well, because this hub, this center hub that's right there in your solar plexus, right there in your stomach, is connected to your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the back of your head, the cerebellum region. So for this person, it's quite weak over here, the cerebellum brainstem. And it also influences your adrenal glands. So the adrenal gland section is very chronic in this person as well. So this tied all together, and I told this person, your swinging blood pressure and high blood pressure is coming from many different places. It's coming from your cerebellum. That's a classic sign of swinging blood pressure, is a cerebellum weakness up in the head region and the brain. Also your stomach. You got to clean out your stomach and your GI tract. That can send you swinging up and down. And also the health of your kidneys and adrenals, of course. That can show you and be very telling of blood pressure. But, you know, this person's blood pressure, the bottom number wasn't so bad. The top number seems to be the one that shows more higher blood pressure. And it can get up to like 150, 160, like I said. But the bottom number kind of stays within the 60s and 70s. We didn't see too much of like a really bad kidney weakness right here. We do have like a weakness that we see here in their leg, their knee, and also the groin region, but the kidney's not too bad. It's really the adrenal glands, the cerebellum, and the stomach that's giving them this high blood pressure. Also, something else to consider is the lymphatic stagnation that we see throughout their eyes, and this cholesterol plaquing that's putting pressure in the arterial walls, and that can be very damaging to the body, and also quite fatal if you don't take care of this, right? So this is why people are put on blood pressure medications, is to thin out the blood, you know. But the bad thing about these medications is that if you stay on them long term, they can really damage your kidneys. They can even cause strokes and heart attacks. So you want to move away from medications, you know, titrating off of them, not like the goal isn't to stay on them. Medications are really for emergency uses, but the more you take them, the more you need them. So you have to reverse the true cause of all these health issues. So with all those weaknesses that I pointed out to you, that's how I personally build your herbal protocol when you're healing, is right here. Okay, we see a lot of lesions going up in the head region. So this is the brain region. So we know that upper circulation formula and the brain and nerve formula will be excellent to start to heal these different tissues. Right here in the brainstem and the cerebellum especially. But you know, another weakness that they have is right here in the hypothalamus gland. Right here in the inherent mental region and the ego pressure region. These regions, when you have like this dark lesion there, oftentimes you do worry, you do have poor self-image, you do have anxiety and a poor emotional response to stimuli. So these two regions, the hypothalamus formula, will be very, very important for this person to help manage their stress levels, right? Because even though right now they're taking like an herbal stress formula that helps them out, it's not enough to heal it fully. We want to work on healing the tissues, you know, because otherwise you'll just be stuck taking an herbal stress formula for the rest of your life, you know? So even though like these herbs like chamomile, rhodiola, lemon balm are fantastic, they're not going to be the end all be all of healing of your health issues unless you are draining this head area of all this lymphatic stagnation. How you heal the body is you have to alkalize the tissues. If you are acidic from head to toe, you can take herbal formulas all day, every day, and you will not heal. You will not clear the stagnation. You have to do both the proper diet as well as the proper herbal formulas. That's where the magic is in detox. So you can kind of see how like their colon right here, their transverse colon is sending toxicity up into the head area. And I told this person, you know, okay, doesn't surprise me that you have colitis. Doesn't surprise me that you said that you're constipated. You know, they said that their stools, when they go to the bathroom, they're often very dark. They're often very hard. They're constipated. So this is what I see in a lot of clients, is that when they are backed up and constipated, they can have, like, it can influence their head so much. It can influence them in their mood and their emotional well-being and send them into like these anxiety, anxious thoughts and anxiety attacks. And of course, we see this with the high blood pressure. The ego pressure region, this hypothalamus region also is very closely related to the kidneys and the adrenals and the heart. So also influencing blood pressure. So we have the hypothalamus, the cerebellum, brainstem that control blood pressure. And also just overall, you know, lymphatic pressure. So moving on, I also want to speak about their other health issues. So their other health issue that they were complaining about is chest pain. So they often experience chest pain. Thankfully, like, it's been getting a little better as they've been cleaning up their diet even before our consultation together. But I explained to them their chest pain, you know, they've had like a lot of like MRIs and ultrasounds and all this stuff. They went to the urologist to see what was going on with them, and they said that everything was fine. They were in the clear. But this is because toxicity and acidosis cannot be seen in these different blood results and scans. If you have acidosis that's causing you your health issues, you won't be able to see it. You only can see if you have something like a tumor, like a pocket of lymphatic sewage, if your lymph system is backing up, or if you see like major areas of deterioration to where the tissue has finally decayed. You can see stuff like that, but you can't really see anywhere in the middle. So what we're seeing here is the cause of their angina, the chest angina and pain that they're experiencing is, again, this reflex reaction that we have in the colon right here. So since there's a stricture in the descending colon, it's influencing their chest and their heart region. They have a little bit of a heart weakness, but nothing too crazy, nothing like in the head and the brain area. We'll be able to heal this up fairly quickly. And then another thing that they did express to me that they were having issues with is also having a hemorrhoid too. So hemorrhoid problems. Right over here on the left eye, you can see there's a bit of a shadow here, so it's hard to make out, but like I have enough experience reading thousands of eyes over the years that I can tell you that, yeah, they have a rectal wall weakness right here. So the rectum is quite weak, and so their body is leaching a lot of calcium. Right here, you see the parathyroid gland and the thyroid gland right here. So weakness in both of these areas. These glands control calcium utilization. So if these glands are weak, like this parathyroid gland is quite weak, you will start to leach calcium out of very toxic areas of your body, because the body is using calcium as its main alkaline element to try and buffer the acids, because you aren't, removing the acids from your body, you're not detoxing. So this is why they've had a hemorrhoid for some time now. Their body's leaching too much connective tissue from their rectum. So yeah, I'm gonna go into like their other health issues too that they were experiencing. A lot of these weaknesses that we see in their eyes are pointing to the symptoms that they're feeling. So for instance, we were talking about the thyroid, parathyroid. They have a lot of things going on exhibiting those symptoms. They have ridged fingernails, varicose veins, cramping in their muscles, low bone density score. Their bones are not as strong as they used to be. Scoliosis, depression, bruising very easily. In the consultation that I had with them, they had like a big bruise like on their arm that I noticed. They have a lot of anxiety issues, so mental illness playing a part. And then their thyroid symptoms, they had like cold hands and feet, hormonal issues. They had irregular heartbeat, sometimes like heart palpitations, low energy levels, and very low sweating ability. And we're able to see that in the skin ring. You see how congested their skin is backed up? They've been a low sweater all their life. So what I recommended was that they get into the sauna. This person really needs the sauna to be able to open up the channel of elimination and get the skin to start sweating again, right? And I talked about this with this person. Their eyes might actually be true blue. So sometimes in eyes that appear brown, they're actually true blue eyes. And with the detox, you're able to clear out all this chronic lymphatic congestion, which is appearing as brown in the iris right here. You'll of course clear this orange, which is sulfur from antibiotics they've taken, sulfur medications that they've taken in the past. You'll be able to clear all this out. And then your eye will start to reveal the true color underneath. So for this person, I'm pretty sure that their true color is going to come out to be blue, but there is a chance that it's going to be light brown. I'm seeing like little hints of green here, so it's telling me that it's more pointed to blue. And they even told me their mom has blue eyes, so chances are that they are also showing blue eyes. But in their other symptomology, their doctor diagnosed them with like some fibromyalgia type symptoms, and they told me, okay, I'm having like muscle aches, muscle pains, I'm starting to feel fibromyalgia. I told them, oh my goodness, you have to detox very fast, because the last thing you want is to be bedridden with fibromyalgia. I know, because I personally suffered with fibromyalgia for many years. That was my own healing story. Fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, endometriosis, panic attacks, chronic constipation, all those things and even more is what I healed from. So if you guys are curious about what I personally healed in my own healing journey, you can go to my website at www.spiritropicalhealing.com. I'll leave the link in the description box down below, and use my story to inspire you. Use it to propel you into healing your health issues, whatever they may be, because it's possible. I'm living proof of that, and our hundreds and hundreds of clients over the years are living proof of that. So yeah, but with any sort of like muscle pain or osteoarthritis, that's something else that they said that they had. They had osteoarthritis starting in their lower back region. So they were telling me how they were having osteoarthritis symptoms, and they were diagnosed with osteoarthritis. So we could clearly see that in all these weaknesses that we see along their spine. Their sacral lumbar spine is quite weak. You can see the break in the lesions right there. And then their thoracic spine is very, very chronically weak, genetically weak. Cervical spine as well, and the neck. They said they feel all that. The neck, the shoulders, the head, all very, very tense. So this is pointing to, again, their parathyroid gland weakness. They're leaching a lot of calcium from their spine. And you know, something that I told them that would be very useful is to get like some chiropractic adjustments during detox so that they can improve the blood and nerve flow, because the spine is also a reflex organ, just like the colon is, that can be influencing them a lot. So yeah, so pretty much a lot of thyroid, parathyroid weakness. Now, something else that they told me is that they're not really able to tolerate medications very easily. Their liver starts to hurt if they have medications, and they're not even able to go on cholesterol medications because of all the liver pains that they experience. And you know, when people come to me with cholesterol issues, like elevated cholesterol or cholesterol plaquing issues, the problem is not in the liver. It's not in the liver. The problem is in the adrenal glands. Doctors like to tell everyone that, oh, it's because your liver is overproducing cholesterol. That is not the case. You cannot stop the liver from producing cholesterol. So taking a medication to stop cholesterol production in the liver is actually very dangerous and can shut the liver down. The problem lies in acidosis in the body as well as adrenal weakness. The adrenals produce anti-inflammatory steroids that put the fire out, put all the acidosis out in your body. And so if you're not detoxing, if your kidneys aren't filtering, through the years your body builds up this acidic waste from the cells, just from regular cellular activity, and then in order to protect itself, it will start to plaque cholesterol. It will start to leach calcium. Cholesterol and calcium are two main alkalizing elements that the body will turn to in case of emergencies, and this is why they've been plaquing a lot of cholesterol. But this person has also removed their gallbladder. They've removed their gallbladder, they've removed their tonsils, you know, like those two main organs. The gallbladder obviously was a genetic weakness for them from many years, ever since they were born, pretty much, because their one of their family members had their gallbladder removed as well. And we can see the state of their gallbladder and their liver. So in iridology, you see the state of the organ or gland, how it was before it was removed. So in this case, it was quite congested and quite weak, and their liver, it has a big chronic weakness as well. We can see it right here. So this is why anytime they take medications, they feel pain in their liver. So I really, you know, I advised, okay, well, obviously I didn't even have to advise, they saw it themselves, but I advised them to, you know, make the effort to start titrating off of these medications with the help of their doctor. So yeah, just thought I'd point that out. But you know, how you heal the liver, how you heal the gallbladder, if you still have it, is by cleaning up of the GI tract and the lymph system. So for this person, the GI broom formula, that's what's in the herbal protocol, that's going to help clear out all this colon stagnation, clear out all this sulfur drug deposits, because sulfur drug deposits, if you have orange in your eyes, those are cancer causing. You need a strong approach to clear all this sulfur out of your body. So I told them, you know, keep an eye out and look at your stools. If you see orange in your stools, then that is a good sign that you are finally removing the sulfur, because sulfur is not only highly acidic and destroys tissue and creates inflammation, but it's also a very high fungal proliferant. It is like candy to fungus. And yes, this person told me that they have like dry, itchy skin, itchy fungal issues on their feet, you know, like fungus all over, like fungal issues all over. And fungus can even, you know, influence our mood and our emotions as well. So we got to get rid of all of this all of this. And you know, it's so crazy because this person was advised to stay away from any fruits that have seeds in them because they have diverticulitis. You can see how many pocketed areas they have in their colon, so of course they have diverticulitis. But the solution isn't to remove fruits that have seeds forever. It's not like you can never have these foods again. The solution is to clean and strengthen the colon. And it is possible. Clean and strengthen the colon with the fruits, with the raw foods that you are able to tolerate in the beginning, right? The fruits that you're able to tolerate, move all this out, clean all this out, and then you will be able to handle things like tomatoes again. She told me that she's scooping out the tomato seeds anytime she has tomatoes, because anytime they eat, like she eats them, any sort of like seeded fruits or like nightshade fruits, her colon, she feels it in her colon. But yeah, she's able to handle watermelon, thankfully, even with like the little tiny white seeds. So I told her, eat this watermelon because it's going to alkalize and flush your body and pull and clear out all this sulfur from your body. So yeah, that was really, really important, was the genetic weakness that she's facing with the gallbladder and of course her GI tract in general. And it's quite interesting because we were talking before about like the ego pressure and the hypothalamus and inherent mental weakness. She actually got that as a genetic weakness from her mom, because her mom was also exhibiting a lot of like nervousness in the genetic family history that she sent me in her assessment notes. You know, her mom has a past of being very nervous, very anxious about certain things. So that's something. So anytime that like you have a genetic weakness, you need a very powerful formula. You know, I also wanted to mention the fact that this person got their tonsils removed early on in life also did not bode well for them in their lymphatic issues, because right over here we can see a tonsil weakness. So, like I said before, iridology can't show you if you've had something surgically removed, and the reason being for that is because the way that we're able to see all these weaknesses and the true state of the tissue in the eyes is because the eyes are connected through the optic nerve and through the nervous system all throughout the body. All the nerve pathways that are embedded within the tissues, that's information that is sent to the brain and is revealed in the eyes through iridology. But through surgery, you're put through anesthesia. Anesthesia or surgery, when you use anesthesia, you can't read those areas in the eyes because anesthesia pretty much blocks that nerve flow, blocks that nerve communication. So what you see is the state of what that gland or organ was in before getting it removed through surgery. So pretty much, since the tonsils are the main lymph nodes, the tonsils are lymph nodes, they're the main lymph nodes that help keep your upper head and your neck and your chest clean. Then having that removed compromised her head, her sinuses, her neck, all those different areas in her body, which made matters worse, made the lymphatic system you know, like gather up in its acidic waste much worse, right? And for all of you who are interested in like learning more about the lymphatic system, and especially if you guys have like lymph node swelling, I recently wrote a really fantastic article that goes into the root causes of hardened lymph nodes and swollen lymph nodes. So I'll link that article in the description box down below this video. And you'll see I go deep into how sulfur is a huge cause of like lymph node swelling and lymph node hardening issues. So yeah, this person also has a big movable, thankfully movable, I don't know if you can call it a tumor, is either a tumor or a cyst or something like that, but pretty much it's a pocketed area of sewage, and they have it on their back and they've had it there for years. I told them, okay, be prepared to experience detox symptoms in that area as the body will start to drain the lymph from that pocketed area. So they can experience some detox symptoms of like, you know, traveling pains, random detox pains as the acids are being pulled out of the tissue. So that's something that's very, very common. And, you know, if any of you guys go into your detox or you are detoxing, roaming, traveling pains is 100% normal. But, you know, at the same time, you can also control the, you know, how quickly you are detoxing by going up and down the different detox levels. So, but this is why, like, specific diet and herbal protocol is so necessary for so many people, especially if you're facing a lot of health issues, because as you can see, detoxification can be quite complex. The body has a lot of different parts that are all interconnected, and so you really need to work with an experienced detox specialist and iridologist that, you know, has a lot of knowledge, that has acquired a lot of knowledge and has a lot of experience working with various different cases in order to come out of like chronic health issues. Because if you try and do it all on your own, it can be like a huge waste of time, a huge waste of finances, and also you could be putting yourself in a worse position, getting worse because you're not reaching the root cause. But also, even, you know, if you try to detox too fast, like through doing intense fasting, you can really burn out your glands. So that's not the approach you want to take. You really do need guidance. Most people, I'll say, need guidance on their detox journey, and if they don't, they'll always end up seeking guidance in the end, because it is a difficult thing to do completely on your own without any assistance. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else that I can remember from our consultation together with this person. Well, this person's genetic family history did show that their father had cancer in the lungs and died because of it. So in their eyes, we could definitely see this lung weakness being shown, like right here on their right eye. This is that major lung weakness that we see. Even some upper breast weakness right over here. So this is kind of like showing you symptoms. Thankfully, this person has a strong constitution, nice straight fibers, but I would say their left iris shows a stronger constitution than their right iris, so the right side of their body. But yeah, the 3 lung tincture is going to be very imperative as well. So pretty much like, even though I haven't finalized their protocol yet because I just got off the call with them, the main areas that we're going to be focusing on is, you know, the GI broom, cleaning that up, the GI renew formula to help ensure that they're having 3 to 4 bowel movements a day, kidney formula, adrenal formula, hypothalamus formula, brain and nerve formula for the brain, circulation formula to ensure that they don't, you know, that they keep their blood moving, to prevent strokes and heart attacks. That is very, very important, especially people that are older. The blood formula will be really fantastic at dissolving all this cholesterol plaquing as well. And yeah, there's you know, the liver gallbladder formula will be really important for them as well. But essentially, it's very important, guys. Anyone watching, you want to start moving towards raw foods. Even though this client is a little bit on the older side, you know, they're 67 years old, I really commend them for being open to eating a raw food diet as much as possible, because it can be a little harder for some people that are older to like change their consciousness, change their way of thinking. A lot of younger people are a little more prone to eating this way and changing their way of thinking. But, you know, I told this person, if you can at least do level 1 of eating, which is pretty much like 90% raw, you know, maybe some cooked vegetables at night with a salad if you need it, then you're going to be well on your way towards healing. And once your taste buds start to change, once you start to be cleaner in your taste buds and get your glands, you know, under control, because a lot of us are emotional eaters and we eat when we're stressed, right? Or we eat poorly under the influence of our family members or friends. You know, once you get a handle of that from your mind, you know, it all starts in your mind psychologically and emotionally, then you can tear this up. You can eat the raw foods and you'll start to heal all of your health issues, right? So I told this person, in the next 2 months, you know, right before our next follow-up, retake a photo of your eyes and we'll be able to see just, you know, how much congestion you've relieved from your body. I'm expecting to see bluer eyes. I'm expecting to see less cholesterol plaquing with your protocol, and the whites of your eyes will become nice and clear. You see right now, all of this red, these red capillaries all over the place are pointing to inflammation all throughout your body, right? So this is what we want to clear up. This right here is pointing to the lower chest, lower breast area, and right here is pointing to the thyroid. So yeah, those are all the shifting parts. And so whoever's watching this, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I often like to make iridology videos to show you guys how it is that I work with clients one-on-one, how the process works, what it is that I do. So I know a lot of you have been interested in working with me, and a lot of people have reached out wondering how it is that it works. How is it? So pretty much when you go on our website, you choose the option that is best for you, okay? So we have like 3 different services, 3 different categories of packages. We have the Master Your Health package. That's the package that I recommend most people, because it is like with this client, I read your eyes, we have the consultation, I create your diet plan, your herbal protocol, the detox tools that you'll need. So you'll pretty much get everything that you need to put you on the right path, right? Whether you're starting your detox journey or even if you're pretty into your detox journey, the Master Your Health package is going to be what I recommend for most people. Now, if you're someone that already knows about detoxification a lot, and if you don't really care to have a consultation, you know, that's fine, but you only really want to know what weaknesses are in your eyes with a little herbal protocol, then I recommend the Iridology package. But really, I only recommend that package if you don't have a lot of health issues going on. If you have maybe just a few little things, then that's the package I recommend for you. And if you don't want to have a consultation with me, then that's also the package I recommend for you. All these details are on our website, by the way. And now the last package is the VIP package. I recently opened this VIP support package up again because for some time I was helping a lot of VIP clients, but now my schedule has been cleared, so I have a few spots open for some VIP support people. Now, the VIP package is for people that need a lot of support and a lot of constant like checking in, right? For any detox symptoms. This package is for people that, let's say, they don't really know too much about detox and they need a lot of support, or they have or are facing chronic health issues. We're talking about like painful conditions, maybe like lupus or Lyme or fibromyalgia, or like they're bedridden, or like let's say if you have a life-threatening illness like cancer or tumors where you need a lot of support, like as much support as you can get, you know, and you want to have like an accurate, you know, detox journey with expert guidance from detox specialists like myself, then that is the package that I would recommend, is the VIP support package. And yeah, you guys can go to my website if you're interested in working with me. I'd love to help you heal. You know, my heart is truly open in helping everyone that is suffering, healing from their health issues, because I know what it's like. I've been there, and you know, now this is why I make all these videos, is to help spread this information that healing is possible. Detoxification and healing through detoxification is 100% possible for every person out there. You just have to want it. You have to be open to the information, and you have to be ready to take this leap. And like I said before, you know, the people that come to us have already tried pretty much everything else. That is the journey. That's what we see. People try everything from different specialists in the medical route to naturopathic doctors that don't have a clue what they're doing or how to heal the body. We get all these types of people, and they finally heal when they're put on a detoxification protocol that's specific to their health issues and their signs and weaknesses we see in their eyes. So I'd love to help you guys, and I can't wait to work with most of you, with all of you. And yeah, I'm gonna put our website down in the description box down below. So Our website is www.spiritualhealing.com. And yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love making them for you guys. And I'm really happy that we have this community and this channel to be able to speak on the matters of health and share our journeys together and encourage each other. I also post a lot on Instagram too. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, definitely follow me. I'll put that in the description box as well. And if you enjoyed this information, leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below to any questions that you may have, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. And yeah, guys, also, I've noticed that most of the people, when I'm looking at the analytics on our YouTube channel, most of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed yet, which is crazy. Like 50% of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed. So if you like this information, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you'll be notified every time I come out with a new video, so that we can get you on the healing path. And yeah, I really just care so much about all of you, and we'll get there. We'll all heal our health issues and have the best quality of life and achieve all our goals and dreams. So yeah, guys, again, this is like a long goodbye. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, of your day, wherever you are. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.